7 hours into the game, and my backyard is full of flesh machines. I'm 5 blocks tall, and I'm about to die to an army of pillagers. How the hell did I end up here? Well, let's go 7 hours back. The first thing I did was look for a village. I did find one, but it was situated on this mountain in a very annoying way. Then I decided to build a house. Just kidding, I robbed all the villagers and stole their entire food supply for myself and one of their houses. I checked all the houses in the village and then got some stone. I then made a big wheat farm around the house. And stumbled into some iron. I smelted my iron and made a shield to kill some skeletons for bones. And then got some flint and made the bone cleaver. It made mobs drop new loot when you killed them, but the first thing we're gonna need is the primordial cradle. It needed some simple meat, 2 claws, and an ender eye. The issue is, the sharp fangs are obtained through killing dogs and cats. Not only was I hesitant about killing them, but they were actually very rare. I found one cat in the village and I had to chase him forever, but in the end, he didn't drop what I needed. I decided to forget the fangs, and then I found a ton of iron in the mountains, more than I needed, and I now needed to kill some animals. I could start a farm, which would be better long term, but I kinda forgot that and just massacred everything, making it quite hard to start a farm now. But I got the new loot, such as flesh bits, sinew, and bile glands. I'll need them in the future. Then I found another cat in the village, and it dropped just what I needed. It was now time to get the ender eye. I made some iron armor, and made a portal in a nearby lava pool, and was on my way to get some nether loot. I recently learned some speedrunning strats about locating bastions and fortresses, but I failed completely and found them with pure luck instead. I found the bastion and stole all the piglins' gold and traded it back to them. And got some pearls and fire resistance potions I needed for the fortress. Fortress turned out to be pretty close. Got the netherwort, blaze rod, and ran into some issues with the wither skeletons. After making it out alive, but barely, I now had to go through even more pain because I still needed more fangs and claws. I luckily stumbled into a jungle and found some ocelots, and even that was barely enough to get me what I needed. And then finally crafted the primordial cradle. It needed a lot of meat and 2 healing potions. At first I thought I needed golden carrots for healing potions, but then realized it's melons. By pure luck, I had grabbed 1 melon from my jungle visit. So I made the potions and gave it what it needed, and I had now gotten the new ingredient, a piece of living flesh. I went on to craft the second machine, the decomposer. It could break down items into different components used later on, and it also fed on nutrition. I tried making more pieces of living flesh, but the cradle outright rejected and gave me nothing like 3 times in a row, and even spawned a hostile creature once. Also, there was some weird stuff in the ground which kept growing. Apparently it could become a problem, but that had to really take a long time. My farms were too slow, so I went to hunt down all of the animals I could see once again. stumbled into some pillagers, killed them, and started a raid. Why? Well, that's a good question. I then went on to completely forget about the raid, and finally managed to get some pieces of living flesh. But the next machine also needed slime, so I went to the swamp and got some. With the Bioforge, I could actually start to craft some of the things I needed. Among flesh-like decoration blocks, there was an early game shulker box, personal flesh chest, weird hopper, and more, but we didn't need it. And besides, those things are not cheap. What we did need was more machines. And so I started breaking down lots of stuff to get the needed components. I went ahead and made the nutrition maker, which could turn various things into nutrition, which was way better for powering the machines. And then I made the last machine, the Biolab. It could make new potions, which could do a lot of different things, like even increase or reduce my size. But this sparked an idea. I now wanted to become as big as possible using the enlargement potions, but they weren't cheap. They required a lot of different components and materials like nutrition cakes, vials, genetic compounds, healing additives, and all of that to be combined. But I guess it wasn't too expensive either, since I had everything needed. I made the potion, but when I tried to drink it, nothing happened. Then I remembered that injecting the special potions required a syringe needle thing, and so I went ahead and started crafting it. So I made it. Finally injected myself with some enlargement serum. I had now grown bigger, but I wanted more. I made as many enlargement serums as possible. I could no longer fit through the door in the house, and after getting even bigger, I now needed a 3x2 opening to fit inside. I was crazy fast, and the world seemed tiny. When I tried injecting more serum, it didn't work. This means I had reached the maximum size. Having nothing to do as the final thing, I went on to face the raid to save the village I had wronged. But sadly growing bigger didn't give me more health, and I died to Ravager. Moral of the story, don't kill innocent animals.